It's tough to get to.
If you could put a number on it, how much healthier are you now than you were, say, late September?
Ooh, man, I said like six to like an 8.
So 6. How tough was it?
It wasn't a consistent 6. Like it was up and down, but it was definitely tough just because it was so inconsistent. From play to play, day to day, we're dealing with something or another. So got him hopefully healed for the most part and can start to play some good football.
You're still playing well, but it's unfortunate. Does that eat into it?
Absolutely. I want to make plays for my team. I want to win games. And I know that if I'm going out there and I'm feeling just good, if I'm feeling at least like myself, I can go out there and be a game changer for the rest of the team. So I'm going to get back to that. So those 4 games, as disruptive as it was, blocking catch and making TFLs. I want to get the ball out. I want to get those strip sacks and just step them back.
Maybe it's just silly, Myles, but have you ever had a stretch like the one you had against the Chargers, 3 sacks?
Yeah.
When was that?
I think it was 1 time, 2 times in college, and 1 time in high school. I had 9 sacks in high school. And then, I think Nevada, maybe UTSA. I know Nevada for sure, but yeah, had some catches like that.
It's a little different doing it in the NFL.
For sure. In college, they're like, shoot, would they keep on singing? Or what's happening there? And the pros, like, for the entire game, they're like, no, we're not going to let you get that opportunity. But they have a lot of confidence in their tackles for good reason, and took advantage of those opportunities.
Is it similar to Is it similar to like when you get hot in basketball? Just
Yeah, very similar. And you get those one-on-one, sometimes it's not quite clicking. It's not quite there. And at that moment, I was just ready to seize it. I was feeling good really early. So when those opportunities came, it kind of just lined up.
Myles, does it amaze you that anyone at this point in time would even think of single teaming you and leaving you one-on-one with somebody?
Does it amaze me? I'm gonna say it amazes me. You have I want to say a lot. You have a solid amount of really good tackles, or athletic, great with their hands, good feet, and can do a great job on most guys in the league. And I feel like there's some outliers on defense and outliers on offense, and I feel like I'm one of those. So I know I'll get a little bit less singles than most other guys, but when I do, I'm gonna make the most of it.
When you have a game like that, what do you hear from not just your teammates, but maybe some of your colleagues around the league when they're watching you do something?
It's true. A couple of them thought I was gonna break the record, so gotta live up to that next time. Got to keep that going for the whole game, but after that little stretch, they made sure to go back to the status quo and try to take me out.
Since Darius was traded.
Is that good?
I think this is the first time we've talked to you since Darius was traded to Detroit. Just what type of impact does that have on you, and what are your thoughts on like Isaiah and some of the other guys who are going to be asked to kind of try and fill that role?
First, I like to say I've never seen a man smile so much going to a new place. My man was cheesing from ear to ear when he was on TV. But happy to see him feeling good, feeling like himself, and being positive. As far as the guys we have here, a lot of confidence. Isaiah's been studying behind us, Obo, and watching us and developing on his own and coming into his own. So we're glad to see him out there and then getting those chances to develop into the player we know he can. Obo's, he's been consistent since he's been a threat. He's been that 6-man really off the bench, and now he's really going to get an opportunity to show what he can really do on a more consistent basis.
Kevin just told us that Mike Hall suffered a significant knee injury yesterday in practice, and that he might land on IR. So just wondering, how disappointing is it to see him go down like that, and how well is he coming along?
I mean, it's tough. It's been a rough year for him, and want to see him keep his head up and be positive throughout all of it. Use that time to develop as a person, as a man, and as a player. Knowing that these kind of things do happen to the greatest of players, but you have to continue to remain on your path, keep your head up, and keep working. And it'll work out and figure itself out for you.
Myles, just with those two guys, plus you guys had already lost Alex, right, for the years. Like, how do you feel more broadly about the depth that you have on the D line, knowing Jim likes to stall you guys and rotate so much?
Well, I know he likes to, but at this point, we gotta go with the devil you know. And if I gotta stand for longer stretches, that's fine by me. And improve my cardio or be prepared to play more snaps. Do what I got to do, but we got to find a way to win.
How much of a headache does Alvin Kamara present to you guys, and how Jim Schwartz mentioned yesterday he's kind of in a little bit of a league of his own. The fact that he's catching out of the backfield as well as he's running.
I wouldn't say he's league of its own, any league of its own in that department, because you got C-Mac, and both of those guys are similar in their roles, being so integral to their offenses and being just very dynamic. So I think he's a very special player, and I won't take that away from him. So we just got to be aware of him where he's at all times. He can run the ball, he can throw the ball, he can catch the ball, he can do pretty much anything on the opposite side. So just someone has to be accounted for him every time he steps on the field.
With my pace and health, he just feels so much different than pretty much everybody else in the league. Is that how you view him? And when he's back there, do you still look at him as a quarterback?
No, he's whatever he is. He's fullback, tight end, wide receiver, quarterback. I mean, man, he's also very dynamic. It looks different, but he can play just by position on the field. So I have to be aware of him. He's going to be physical. He's crafty. He's smart, and he's more athletic than you give him credit for. But he can move and he's strong. So they're not afraid to line him up, facing a DN or running through the gap and trying to bowl over a middle linebacker. So we just gotta be prepared.
Lincoln, your former teammate Aaron Gordon, and what does he do to help them bolster their, improve their offensive line across the board?
He's really damn good. That helps. I mean, he's smart. He's consistent, and he's careful with his communication, and he makes it a lot easier for the guys around him.
So talk about how you're feeling. You've been pretty candid about just the injury you've been dealing with the season in general. Is it something where those kind of like the feet injury especially kind of healed itself a little bit, or is it something you must have to address this offseason?
A bit of both. Things are getting better, but still something to address in the off season. So I'm not looking too far into the future with all that. We got a game coming here soon, but that is further down the road.
Bye week, kind of getting off your feet for a little bit, aid with that process a little bit more.
Definitely. Taking time off, using it for recovery, and just being away for a little bit. It definitely helps a little bit.
Myles, Joe Woods has taken over play calling for the Saints defense. I know you were pretty supportive of Joe when he was here, when we were always asking you about him. And what can you expect from, or what can your offense, I guess, expect from the Joe Woods defense, and what were your thoughts on him?
I mean, I don't know how anybody thinks down there, so I can't really speak on what they should expect. But I know he'll have his guys ready to play, and they'll be very, very informed on what we do well and what they can attack. So just be on the P's and Q's and don't be surprised by anything.
When Jim was talking last night, the lack of turnovers, the takeaways that the defense has created, especially interceptions, he also said that's not only secondary, that the pressure rate is better and you force guys into mistakes. So quarterbacks in mistakes. So do you guys as a group take some of that responsibility for the lack of interceptions you get?
I think we're pretty damn good up front. If he wants takeaways, we can get him in other ways. So, I mean, if I got to start dropping back and catching picks myself, I'll figure it out. But we're going to start taking the ball.
The Cavs treat you.
I mean, I haven't seen anyone can stop him yet. So, I think as long as they want to.
Boston on Tuesday, they're going to